So I want to start with this. So Kyler Murray, I got called by multiple people. Even one of my bosses called yesterday, and he said, what's up with Kyler Murray? He scrubbed his Arizona Cardinals from all social media. Well, okay, I'll tell you what's up with Kyler Murray. So remember the last game, the playoff game against the Rams. And I said, he didn't run. Why didn't he run? In his career, he's 0-10-1. He's never won a football game with fewer than 5 rushing attempts. So it's not like Cliff Kingsbury said, here's the key to beating the Rams. Don't run. He's never won a football game in his NFL career because running is a huge component of his versatility and dexterity. It's what he does. He's great at it. It's very much Russell Wilson, but I think he's even more elusive. So why didn't he run? And I theorized he's got payday coming up. He's a little athlete who's been hurt twice, and he's saying, okay, I got payday right around the corner. So now he scrubs his social media. And what is he telling you? I want an extension now. That's what he's telling you. Now, generationally, I'm not somebody that would go to my social media and do this. But again, he's younger than me. It's a different generation. I'm not going to be old guy judging people on how they use social media. But I will tell you this. You have to pay him for a variety of reasons. Here's 4 off the top of my head. Number 1, you rebuilt this franchise totally around him. Number 2, he keeps getting better every year. Number 3, you keep winning more with him every year. And number 4, the NFC West. So what? He's dramatic. Big Ben wasn't dramatic. Cam Newton wasn't dramatic. Aaron Rodgers isn't dramatic. Come on, folks. You're not going to get 32 Dak Prescotts. You're not going to get 32 Alex Smiths. It's not the way to get. Even Kirk Cousins, Mr. Do-Gooder, he got all dramatic when he wanted to get paid. I can't speak for women. Let me speak for men. We get really, really defensive, and we get really, really tight. You start talking money, or you're taking it away from us, or you won't pay us. And Kyler's saying, I'm a small athlete. I've been hurt twice. You built around me. I keep getting better. We keep winning more. Toughest division in football. You need me. I committed to you. Commit to me. All right. So he goes to social media. Aaron Rodgers is a 24/7 fire hose of drama. So be it. He's great. Big Ben was 15 years of drama. So what? He's a Hall of Famer. Cam Newton MVP. You had to deal with some of his stuff. You have to realize, quarterback has never been more essential to winning games in this league. We all know that. And they're getting paid now as much or more than NBA stars and international soccer stars. And with some of that's going to come drama and entitlement, and they're young people. But this is the classic example of, hey, I committed to you. You got to commit to me. And I wouldn't do it this way. You know, Instagram stuff to me, it feels kind of juvenile, but I'm older, different generation. But I will say this, is the thing that social media has done, and it makes people in power very uncomfortable. But what social media has created is it gives power to individuals. Corporations run very boring Twitter accounts and Instagram, and those of us who are not corporations, we're just people. Kyler Murray's just a dude who's really good at football. You've got power. And now, instantly, you can send your message to the world. And that makes corporations very, very uncomfortable. And if you get into a situation where the corporation isn't treating you the way you believe you should be treated, and this franchise was a tire fire, and they built it around this kid, and he keep getting better, and they keep winning more games, and it's the toughest division, and it's not how I would do it, but social media has given power to the people without a voice and power to the individual. And what Kyler Murray's saying is, yeah, I'll go nuclear. Aaron Rodgers went nuclear. Why can't I go nuclear? Not everybody's going to be Dak. Keep all the negotiation stuff private. Not everybody's going to be Alex Smith. Play with a leg. I literally couldn't watch him play. It was his 17th surgery. Not everybody is a perfect story. Some guy's going to go nuclear. They're going to use his social media. And in Kyler's case, you built around him, keeps getting better, keeps winning. We're not even sure Cliff can coach. And it's the NFC West. Pay him. Pay him. That's what I would say. Pay him. Don't love the way he's doing it, but you got to pay him. Now I want to talk about an old quarterback. So this is funny. Tom Brady's just screwing with us at this point. So Tom Brady went on his podcast with Jim Gray yesterday. And Brady's talking about maybe, I think I retired. Maybe I retired. I'm not sure if I retired here. I think it's funny whenever I hear like people in sports say, I'm going to spend more time with my family. And after about 4 weeks, they're like, yeah, I'm done with that. I want to go hang out. I'm going to play a game with you. And I think about this a lot. There's 24 hours in a day. And I contend that most of us are terrible with our time. So there's 24 hours in a day. So I sleep 7 hours a day. On a good night, sometimes 6, 7. I'll round it up to 8 for your life. I give myself an hour today to work out. Now, statistically, most Americans don't, but I'll throw another hour on for that, though I work out for about 40 minutes a day. I'll give myself 2 to 2.5 hours to eat, have coffee, although it's probably for me an hour. I work about 6 hours a day to 7. I'll put 8 in for work. And hour to an hour and a half of chill time. You know how many hours that is? And I round it up on everything. 19 and a half, 20. I got 4 hours left. They always say you can't have it all. Hell with that. I'm 58. I have my whole life. I skied with my son all weekend. I got a great business. I got a side business. Went to dinner with my wife. Afterwards, went out with a friend. I get my sleep. I have my business. I have my private business. Got my corporate business. Got my kids. Kids are great. Daughter moving into a new place. I have it all my whole life. Why? Because when I was a little kid, my teachers used to say, and it was probably some ADD, Colin's not very good with his time. They also said I was charming. But they always said when I was in school, Colin's not very time efficient. And for some reason on my report cards, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist at times, it bothered me. And multiple teachers said it. So I am a time efficiency freak. I hate wasting time. And I write down all the time, why am I wasting time? How many hours on the phone? What am I doing? Folks, you can have it all. Just be better with your time. Tom Brady's kids are 16. When you were 16, did you want to hang out with 40-year-olds? Kids have friends. His wife's got a gigantic modeling business. I'm not saying Tom's coming back, but whenever I hear, I want to retire and I want to, for driven men and women in America, you're a woman, you're a CEO, you're 52, you retire. Retire to what? When you have that kind of intellectual stimulation, you're going to go golf and play bridge? I hear this all the time. Man, I'm putting away for retirement. Retirement to what? Do what? My kids don't want to hang out with me all day. And I got plenty of time for kids. By the way, my wife, she always laughs. You better get a hobby in retirement because you're not hanging out with me all day because I got my girlfriends and things to do. That's what happens when you marry a woman with a social life beyond you. I'm not saying Tom's coming back, but I do look at it and think, this guy was so stimulated by football. He wasn't mostly in, he was all the way in. Remember those videos, Tom versus Time? I could sit and watch film all the day. That stimulation, that juice, that challenge, it's all gone. Now it's family time. Oh, that is a shift down, my friends. And that's not to say family time's not great. But when you are challenged every day, I think it's really hard. I'm sure there's people that go to therapy for it. I think about it all the time. I have an active life. I went skiing this weekend. I hang out, play with the dogs, listen to country music. I'm just like everybody else in America. And I'm at like 17 hours a day. What am I going to do with the remaining 7? I think Tom Brady's going to struggle for the next year. Not having juice, not being in the room, not having something to beat or eclipse. Doesn't mean he won't be happy with his kids, but they are kids. Kids eventually like to hang out with kids. They're in school. And wives don't want you around the house all day. I can speak, I think, for most women. They have friends and things to do and don't need you to accompany them to the grocery store and follow them with the cart. So I just think it's interesting. I've seen this my whole life. I'm going to go spend time with my family. Sometimes family doesn't want you around. They got stuff to do too. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.